So, good morning students. Now I am going to discuss about that is BJC 5th sem final year chemistry, that is coordination compounds. This is the first unit in your inorganic chemistry. So coordination compounds already the introduction of the coordination compounds is completed. Once again we have to discuss that. So coordination compound contains ligand and central metal ion. So most of the D block elements they can form coordination compounds because what is the reason? Because here the central metal ion, the D block elements exhibit more than one oxidation state. So different types of oxidation states were exhibited by D block elements. That's why the D block elements exhibit coordination compounds. So here central metal ion and ligand. So what is meant by ligand? Ligand means they can donate lone pair of electrons to the empty orbital of metal, or the ligands they can donate electron pair towards the empty orbital of metal ion. So here ligands classifications are also completed in 4th sem. So ligands are classified into 3 types: monodentate, bidentate and polydentate. Monodentate means they can donate only one electron pair, that is known as mono. Bi means 2. So here the ligand can donate 2 electron pairs, is known as bidentate. Polydentate means poly means many, more than 3. They can donate more than 2 electron pairs. That is known as polydentate. See one example I am taking here, hexacyanoferrate. So here ferrous is the central metal ion and cyanide is the ligand. So 6 means here 6 is the coordination number. So this is the coordination compound is represented in square brackets. So here iron is the central metal ion, cyanide is the ligand. And now see, according to crystal field theory. So in this chapter we are mainly discussing that crystal field theory. So what are the features of crystal field theory? According to crystal field theory, ligand and central metal ion and ligands are point charges because they can have charge. And here between central metal ion and ligand, the 100% ionic bond is present, means between the central metal ion and ligand there is electrostatic force of attraction is present. So it is not a covalent bond, it is 100% ionic bond. And next, so here degenerate d orbital or degenerate d subshell contains 5 d orbitals. Yes or not? Degenerate means here the 5 d orbitals contains equal energy. Degenerate means the orbitals which contains equal energy, that is known as degenerate. So here degenerate d subshell, how many orbitals present in the d subshell? Total 5 orbitals are there. So total 5 d orbitals present in the d subshell. So what are the structures? So total 5 orbitals are present in the d subshell. They are in that 3 orbitals are present along the axis and the 2 orbitals are in between the axis. Already this topic is completed. So here, so 2 types of orbitals are there. The 3 orbitals are present along the axis and the 2 orbitals present in between the axis. Now we have to go to see what is crystal field theory. So here crystal field theory, I am taking a central metal ion. Now what happened? The ligands are approaching the central metal ion along the axis or in between the axis. So here I am taking one metal ion, the central metal ion. Here the ligands are approaching the central metal ion along the axis. So what happened along the axis? The ligands are approaching the orbitals which are present along the axis. They shows high repulsions with ligands. Once again, according to crystal field theory, here I am taking a central metal ion. Now the ligands are approaching the central metal ion along the axis. So what happened? Which orbitals present along the axis? That is 2 orbitals, that is dx square dash y square and dz square. So the 2 orbitals shows high repulsions with ligands. Now what happens? See here, this is degenerate d orbital. Now what happened? The ligands are approaching the d orbital. So now what happened? The degeneracy is lifted. So here what happened? The d orbital, the 5 d orbitals are splitting. The Because due to presence of ligands, the ligands are approaching the central metal ion, that's why the d genus is lifted. Now what happened? The d orbitals are split into two energy levels, that is Eg energy level and T2G energy level. So Eg energy level goes to higher energy, T2G energy level goes to lower energy. So these two orbitals are present along the axis. They shows high repulsions, that's why they goes to higher energy level. So here what happened? The d subshell is splitting into two energy levels, that is Eg energy level, T2G energy level. Eg means higher energy level, T2G means lower energy level. The high energy level contains two orbitals, they are dx square dash y square and dz square. The two orbitals present along the two orbitals are present. So here the Eg contains two orbitals, T2G contains three orbitals. Two orbitals dx square dash y square dz square, they shows high repulsions. They goes to high energy level because the ligand is approaching along the axis, that's why they shows high energy level. And here dxy, dyz, dxz, they contains lower energy level. So the three orbitals present in between the axis, that's why they shows low repulsions. So they goes to T2G, means lower energy level. Once again I am repeating, crystal field theory is very very important. So not only for subject, it is also not only for exams, it is also important for competitive examinations. So here crystal field theory, according to crystal field theory, he says that ligand and central metal ion, all of you know that the coordination compound contains central metal ion and ligand. So here the central metal ion ligand, they are point charges because they having the charge. Metal ion already you know, metal means they can easily lose the electron to attain stability. So metal is losing the electron, so it contains positive charge, and central here ligand is donating electron, so it contains negative charge. So according to crystal field theory, ligand and central metal ion contains their point charges. And next, between the ligand and central metal ion, here ligand is negative charge, central metal is positive charge. So here in between the two molecules, what happened? Here a attraction force is present. And next, here the degenerate d orbital, d subshell contains total 5 orbitals. They are present along the axis and in between the axis. So along the axis, two orbitals are there. All of you know that is dx square dash y square and dz square. And the three orbitals present in between the axis, they are dxy, dyz and dxz. So now, so here the central metal ion, here the ligands are approaching to closing.